Naples holds a dark secret. 2 jagged rocks, 1 thin bridge. Isola di Gaiola. Paradise on the outside, a fatal trap on the inside. Every dreamer who dared touch this cursed rock paid the ultimate price. It started in the 1800s with a nameless mystic known simply as the Wizard. He lived entirely on fish, speaking to no one, haunting the shadows of the caves. Then, just like a ghost, he vanished into the thick sea fog, leaving nothing behind. Enter Luigi de Negri. In the 1870s, he built a stunning villa on the rock, but his ambitious fish farming business collapsed into total bankruptcy. Stripped of his fortune, he lost everything and was forced to sell the estate.
Cold blue water on stone, a broken archway weeps alone. The sea devours all that you claim, and time forgets your very name.
The curse deepens. Once Luigi de Negri lost his fortune, the island passed into new hands. For a brief, quiet moment, it felt like the dark spell had finally broken. The island found brief peace under new owners, including connections to literary circles and quiet retreat. But the island was only holding its breath, waiting for the right moment to strike again. The 1920s arrived, bringing with them a man named Hans Braun. Braun fell completely in love with the isolated beauty of the rocky twin islets. He moved in, unaware that he was stepping directly into a historical nightmare. It became the site of the island's first true, horrifying tragedy. Hans Braun was found dead, murdered, wrapped in a rug inside his own home, his killer never brought to justice. But the island wasn't done. Just months later, a violent storm hammered the coast. The mechanical cable car connecting the isolated island to the mainland shattered midair. His grieving wife plunged into the freezing sea, a fatal accident sealing a double tragedy. The island now had blood on its hands, transforming from a quirky ruin into a place of sheer dread. Yet human ambition is foolishly blind. The estate was put back on the market. Enter Otto Grunback. He scoffed at the whispers of murder and the ghost stories. Pride comes before a fall, or in Grunback's case, a sudden, fatal heart attack inside the villa. Struck down in his prime, his body found cold in the very rooms he thought he conquered. The body count was rising, and locals began refusing to even sail near the twin rocks. Next came Maurice-Yves Sandoz, a Swiss writer and heir to the Sandoz pharmaceutical fortune. Surrounded by unimaginable fortune, Sandoz descended into a deep, inescapable psychological torment. The psychological weight of the island broke his mind, pushing him past the brink of sanity. Unable to escape the lingering madness of Gaiola, Sandoz took his own life in a Swiss asylum. The cursed estate refuses to stay empty, drawing in figures of global power and even greater misfortune. Enter the realm of corporate empires and industrial royalty, where wealth offers no shield against the tide. The next name to tempt fate was Gianni Agnelli, the powerful patriarch of the Fiat automotive dynasty. Agnelli acquired the property, seemingly unfazed by the trail of blood and ruin left behind by previous owners. But the island's malevolent grip soon tightened around his family and legacy. Tragedy struck the Agnelli family name, weaving the curse into the fabric of international headlines. The villa stood as a silent witness to a dynasty beginning to fracture under mysterious circumstances. Yet the cycle of ambition and catastrophe was far from finished with the rich and famous. Another titan of industry looked toward the island, blind to the darkness waiting in the stone walls. Enter American oil billionaire J. Paul Getty, whose corporate empire and acquisition records cemented the island's dark legacy. Backed by primary archives from his own trust, Getty purchased the Gaiola property through a corporate vehicle in the late 1960s. Even across oceans, the weight of the island's grim reputation followed the Getty name, touching his family with cruelty. The island proved that no fortune was vast enough, and no empire strong enough to break the curse. Yet human ambition is foolishly blind, leaving the estate open for one final, disastrous chapter. Enter Gianpasquale Grappone, the final private owner who dared to challenge the myth of Gaiola. Grappone's insurance empire collapsed into catastrophic fraud, landing him straight behind bars. His dream of luxury crumbled into complete ruin, perfectly aligning with the island's bloody history. The final blow struck when his wife lost her life in a sudden, tragic car accident. Broken and bankrupt, the private era of Gaiola finally came to a definitive, haunting end. In 1978, the government stepped in, seizing the land to create a protected underwater park. The island was officially sealed off, left uninhabited for decades, as nature reclaimed the ruins. The silence of the abandoned ruins. Nature reclaims what human arrogance tried to conquer. Decades have passed since the state seized the rocks, locking away the horrors behind iron bars. No trespassers enter. No new owners dare to sign a deed for the island of death. Yet the local fishermen still refuse to steer their boats within shouting distance of the shores. They whisper that the spirits of the drowned, the murdered, and the ruined still patrol the ruins. A monument to human folly, preserved only by government decree and lingering terror. The cursed estate stands hollow, its roofless windows staring blindly out toward the open horizon. Every wave that strikes the foundation echoes the final breaths of those who thought they could own it. The curse needs no owners anymore. It lives entirely within the very stones of Gaiola, a timeless warning etched into the geography of the Gulf of Naples. Down below, history rests quietly beneath the waves, hiding the secrets of a forgotten era. The tides turn eternally, washing away the blood but never the memory. From a magical hermitage to a slaughterhouse of fortunes, Gaiola's transformation is complete. The darkness inside remains undisturbed, waiting patiently in the stillness of the night. Across the water, the modern world moves on, blissfully ignoring the nightmare just offshore. But the ledger is closed, sealed by tragedy, and protected by the deep sea. The story of Gaiola stands as a chilling reminder that some places were never meant for us. A masterclass in misery, written in bankruptcies, murders, and untimely deaths. Left to the elements, the ruins fade slowly into the salt and the spray. Nature reclaims its territory, swallowing the vanity of empire builders whole. Nothing remains of the luxury, only the haunting echoes of a profound collective grief. The past sleeps deeply beneath the tide, undisturbed by the passage of time. The island waits in the dark, silent and eternal. A solemn final tribute to those who fell to the curse of Gaiola, to the nameless wizard who vanished into the fog, and the dreamers whose fortunes turned to dust. To Hans Braun and his grieving wife, to Otto Grunback, and to Maurice-Yves Sandoz, every soul whose life was cut tragically short within those stone walls. May their restless stories finally find peace, bound forever to the tides of time.